Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and many online, and we interview our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm excited to be interviewing Katie Kay today. Katie, it's lovely to be with you.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
You're welcome. So tell us, what is it that you do? What do you share at our events?
I'm a spiritual coach. I'm a certified coach and a certified astrologer, actually, and I use astrology as my assessment and update tool. So instead of questionnaires or the Myers-Briggs or anything like that, that most coaches use, I use one of the original inspirations for Myers-Briggs, which is the astrology chart, the 4 elements, etc. And then the transits through our time together with the client often help coach through certain events, challenges, and struggles.
So some people watching might not be familiar with astrology in terms of like the birth chart and the transits. I only know so much myself. So maybe could you just say a little bit more so people have some context?
Sure. The theory is when you were born, the moment you took breath, the universe mirrored a little dance and a blueprint of what you decided to do in this life. It's a theory. All personnel theories and dynamic theories, human dynamics and personality has a theory. So it's a theory. Now, somebody could have been born right next to you at the same time, but they would use that same kind of information and energy in a different way. So there's no difficulty with free will. The divine made everything, and our choices are our choices. So it's a really lovely like dance chart. That's where the planets would be when you're born. That's a natal or birth chart. Now, the planets move all the time. So then when I work with the client, we talk about personalities and super strengths and foibles and fears. And then I talk about where the planets are now. So I'm a weather person. So I could say, it might be rainy when you go out next month. You can wear boots, you can wear an umbrella, or you can enjoy the rain. So that's a real brief idea of how I present it.
Great. And are there particular kinds of topics, areas that you specialize in more than others? You talk to people about a whole range of different things.
Well, I call myself a spiritual coach. I've studied all sorts of spiritual systems, from Christianity to Hermetic philosophy, the Kabbalah. I have a degree in psychology, so that's sort of spirituality. And what I really find when I'm a coach is that people come up against an old belief or a fear or a barrier or a challenge, and there's a struggle. And one of the things I try to make it simple is to just make friends with the fear, recognize it, be okay with it, and go ahead anyways. It's just like we have an infinite part of ourselves and we have a finite part of ourselves. We're always going to be afraid we're going to die. That's human. But at the same time, in my belief system, and very many, we're endless. There's a one, there's love. So I think it's a normal human schizophrenia, to tell you the truth. And so that's part of what I try to help people with, is to know they have faith to go on. They're loved and they're safe.
Yeah. And how did you get started doing all this? It sounds like you studied psychology back, somewhere way back there. But how did it evolve into the work that you do now?
I've always been fascinated with people and relationships and patterns since I was a kid. I'm the oldest of nine kids. So there was a lot of patterns that I saw by the time I was 3. My mom was fascinated with that too. I studied psychology, and then I trained to be a prayer practitioner for 8 years. So that brought me into a very distinct study of mental science, which I still find fascinating. I was brought up in a strong religion, which also has a really rich tradition in the background. The other thing is that I had a tarot reading at a restaurant once, was fascinated. I learned tarot on my own. Then I went into astrology and took an 8-hour class, an 8-hour test. So I'm a certified astrologer with the Washington State Astrological Association. And so it's just a question of putting all that together. To this day, I'm studying a lot of Taoism. I'm going through the Kabbalah again. Hafiz is one of my favorites. So I do continually am excited about that kind of thing. And I offer those ancient ideas to my clients.
Great, great. If people want to connect with you and know more about what you do, where do they find you on the web?
My website is spiritplays.net. My Gmail is spiritplays@gmail.com. And those, I do have a couple Instagram. Let's see if I can remember them because there's two of them. Spirit Plays and the number 4U, Spirit Plays 4U is a good one. Yeah, I'm social media. I do more through referrals and one-to-one. So I'm working on that social media. I really enjoy what I do though. So I do have once a month an open tarot Zoom reading time. And I do send out an email called As the Zodiac Turns once a month in the middle of the month about spiritual tools for the month ahead.
That's great. Well, it's been lovely talking with you. I'm excited that more people will be experiencing your work through our events. It's great.
Thank you. I am so happy to watch the growth of MeWe and the Thrive business that you've done over the years. Wonderful job. Thank you for including me in it.
Thank you so much. For all of you listening and watching, you can find out more about all of our events at MeWeFairs.com, MEWEFAIRS.com. Bye for now.